Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 982 and today we're back for another brand new video. Today's video we're here to discuss Aberdeen 1, Rangers 0 in the semi-final of the Betfred Cup. Now it was a semi-final but it certainly wasn't a semi-final performance. We will be discussing all that in today's video. There's no plugs, nothing at the start, I can't be arsed. Let's just get into it, shall we? 3, 2, 1. Aberdeen 1, Rangers 0. Now that was the final score and I'm here to sit and tell you that Rangers during a semi-final, when you've heard all this press and all this thing heaped on them, breaking records in European football, how they're absolutely unbeatable at Ibrox, roll into this semi-final against Aberdeen, one of their great rivals, managed one shot on target during the 90 minutes of football, and to be honest with you, it wasn't even anything memorable. That is an absolutely embarrassing stat. And before we actually get into today's video, because there's so much to say about these Rangers players, we need to actually address Aberdeen. Yes, they did sit back, yes, they defended deep, but to be honest with you, they actually done their job, and at the end of the day, they created more goal scoring opportunities, they had more shots and targets than us, so you could argue that they actually done their job. Like Derek McInnes came out and he said all week that they were Guinea Day, so fair credit to Aberdeen. He's ended up winning the game of football with a goal coming from Ferguson in the 79th minute from a set piece. It was well delivered in. Yeah, a set piece that actually gets delivered well. That was a mind blower for me. But before we actually jump in and start talking about these Rangers players, because trust me, there's so much to say, we need to take just a wee second, or I wanted to just take a wee second to say I hope Big Considine, who the Aberdeen sort of centre back, took a horrible blow to the head. He sort of fell when he wasn't moving. Hopefully, I don't know anything about the injury, hopefully it's nothing too serious and hopefully gets a speedy recovery. Now over to the Rangers boys, because there's certainly a lot to talk about. Now I was actually going to go jump right into the negatives, because trust me, the negatives outweigh the positives, but believe it or not, there was a couple of performers that I thought deserved to be mentioned in the good, because they actually played for the Rangers shirt, and it'd be unjust not to mention them. At least that's my sort of mindset, because if you play like that, you deserve to be credited, and there was only 3 or 4 players that actually played up to the standard of a Rangers badge. Those being Ryan Kent, once again, just our man. Whenever the ball goes to his feet, he is the creative attacking flair that we need. Maybe it wasn't his best overall performance coming in, but whenever we actually done anything or looked like doing anything, it was him. It was his 2 delicious low-driven crosses that if just someone gambled at the back post, we might have scored a goal, because he just hit one driven right across the line. No one moves. You go back and look at the Spartak game, no one moves. Surely you've addressed that coming into the next game, but no, same shit. No one moves, no one makes a run to the back post. It's great that, yeah, yay. So yeah, Ryan Kent actually stood up to the standard of a Rangers player. The next player I want to talk about is Daniel Candeias. Now Daniel Candeias, his distribution, I can imagine some people's already put in the comments, was poor, and it was, to be honest with you. A couple of crosses were dreadful, they were getting anywhere near them, but see, to be fair, he absolutely ran his pan in. Like every single second that he was on the park, he ran, he got stuck into challenges, he tracked back, he got forward, he tried his best to make things happen. At the end of the day, see if you lose, if every one of our players, if all 11 played like Daniel Candeias and we lost this game to Aberdeen, I'd say, Ken what, fair enough. It wouldn't be titled fan rant, you'd say, okay, fair enough, we deserve to lose because they ran their absolute heart out. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. So I feel like Daniel Candeias' work rate certainly deserved to be mentioned, because if we had 11 playing like him, I didn't think we'd been losing that game of football. The next player I want to actually talk about is Ajayi. I thought he was strong, held the possession well, and he kept things ticking and rolling. The next player is going to be Ryan Jack. Now Ryan Jack versus his former club, there was a lot of talk about him getting sent off and everything like that. I thought it was a controlled, composed performance from Ryan Jack. I thought he swept up everything that Aberdeen sort of done. Our best period of the game, the first 15-20 minutes into that second half, every single time Aberdeen tried to clear the ball out, Ryan Jack quickly won the ball back and got us moving along. That is what Ryan Jack does. He's not an attacking flair player. You're never going to see him doing skill moves and wowing the crowd. It's that play, being at the right place at the right time, winning the ball back, intercepting it and getting us moving. There was occasional passes where it didn't quite work out for him, but I thought his overall performance was solid enough, and I think he's one of these guys that can hold their head held high. Now though, it is time to turn to the negative, shall we? And trust me, there's going to be a lot of them. I don't even know where to start. Umar Sadiq! I'm not even going to do the joke anymore, because the guy's just utter dog meat. Gone into this game, every single person that's ever seen him play, or any Rangers fan, knew that this guy wasn't ready for a semi-final. We made videos, we talked about it, we saw the comments. He wasn't ready. Gerrard 2 or 3 weeks ago was calling him out for not working hard enough. The guy wasn't even getting picked for the under-21s because he wasn't doing enough. And yet we throw him into a semi-final. The guy's a meme, and he played like a meme. And you came what's even the sickest thing about Umar Sadiq? See, in the first 10-15 minutes, he actually tricked me into thinking he was a football player. Like, genuinely, first 15-20 minutes I went, okay, Umar, that's what we like to see. Umar fancies this. Then we saw why he's on loan for about the 6th time in the last 2 years. The guy's utter dug meat. He missed 2 headers. The first one, to be honest with you, I think that's a sort of good sort of defending from, I think it was Devine, the Aberdeen player, jumped up, okay, first attack, you're thinking maybe that's a bit of ring rust. The next header that he missed was a beautiful cross, I believe, by Ryan Kent, and he goes in the ground, right, he positions himself ready just to header it, and do you get what he does? Just one of these, way by him, he misses the ball, he tries to header the ball, but the ball is away air here. That is your centre forward in a semi-final, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Umar Sadiq. The man was also offside about 158 times. It just gave Aberdeen the ball back every single time. The one thing the man has got is pace, right? Surely you look at McKenna and at that time Considine and the other boy that came on, they aren't blessed with the quickest pace. Umar Sadiq's got pace. Surely you've got the confidence enough to say, right, I'll give them a half a yard just so you can use your pace to get in behind them. Why is he standing on their shoulder when he's that fast? It made absolutely no sense, and for the love of God, why did he dive when there was an open net? Why did he dive when there's an open net? I want you, the person watching this video, to let me know in the comment section below right frickin' now. Because I'm not lying, if you missed the game of football, Umar Sadiq go past the ball when it was 1-0 to Aberdeen, the 83rd minute of football. Rangers getting behind Aberdeen, one of the few times they managed to do it. Umar Sadiq takes a lovely little first touch past the goalkeeper, right? And instead of just taking another touch and rolling at an empty net, he kicks his feet up this way and dives like Tom Daly. My first reaction was surely it's a penalty, and I was just about to blame the referee, who actually had a very good game, because at one point I thought Ryan Kent should have had a penalty, then I saw the replay back and I saw that Shinnie actually got the ball. So the referee actually got this spot on today, and we can't blame him, we genuinely can't. I was ready to, then I saw the highlight and the replay and I saw he dived. Now, I don't speak for the Rangers fans. I'm not Rangers fans' voice or anything like that. Not at all. I am just one single fan. In my opinion, he needs to go back to Roma the night and never, ever, ever play for the Glasgow Rangers again, because he certainly doesn't deserve it. That was absolutely disgusting, cowardly act to dive like that. Shows the mentality of our number 9. I didn't care who was robbed more. Us for loaning him instead of signing Cummins or another striker, or Roma for paying all that amount of money out. Like, who was robbed more? I didn't ken. Somehow I feel like I have been. You play a meme, he plays like a meme. Genuinely, that is what happened. So Umar Sadiq, nah. I'd rather have Shagger up front. I'd love to sit here and say the negative stop with Umar Sadiq, and Umar Sadiq loses this game of football, but Sadiq's performance was not on his own. Umar Sadiq did dive like a little bitch and cost us the game when it mattered. However, there were several other players that didn't stand up and play for the badge. The next person I'm going to talk about is going to be Captain Tavernier, someone that I absolutely love, that I'm always posting about. He's the #1 ranked defender in European football this season, but honestly he let every single person down the day. Like, his just distribution was just god awful. It just was so unlike Tav. Tav's our captain, Mr. Reliable for the spot, ice in the veins, he can deliver, but the day he couldn't deliver the post. A key instance I'm actually going to use as an example for this, by the way, when Aberdeen took the lead in about the 79th minute, right, the 81st minute we had a free kick to get everyone in the box and announce like instant real pressure. Captain Tav's got it about 30, maybe 40 yards out, right, just whip the ball and get it in, put some pressure, see how Aberdeen respond to being under pressure. What does Captain Tavernier do in this game of football? Kicks it right out of play. But Sadiq and Tavernier was not alone, and I'm not just singling them two out. It was a poor overall performance at key stages of the game. I thought Flanagan, someone again I stick up for quite a lot, Flan, was turned inside out by Gary Mackay freezing. He's built like a Twix, and he absolutely broke Flanagan in half every single time. Flanagan spent more time on his arse looking up to see where Mackay Stephen was than tackling him. Who'd have thought that in the game? Last little thing I want to touch on is the substitution from Steven Gerrard. Once again, was very, very late. Two of the players I talked about being the best, by the way, in my personal opinion, was Ryan Kent and Daniel Candeias. When Aberdeen went ahead, they were taken off for Glenn Middleton and Scott Arfield. 10-15 minutes too late, and it was the wrong personnel that, in my personal opinion, was actually took off. I know that's great to say in hindsight if he takes him off and scores, but you're looking at that game of football, Candeias is running things, Jack sweeping up and keeping the pressure on Aberdeen. Koulibaly's a ghost, why is he even there? We've got a guy in the striker position that would rather dive than shoot in an empty net. Why was he kept on the field, but they two weren't? It was just one of these games of football. There's going to be a lot of questions asked, a lot of head scratching. And I'm sure Steven Gerrard's absolutely furious. I saw him at the sideline. He was absolutely disgusted. And I'm sure the man will take this responsibility because that's the kind of classy guy he is. And in no means am I turning my back on Steven Gerrard. I know this is a long-term project under Gerrard. I've already seen the progress that we've made, right? So don't clip me out of context, Daily Star, whatever you want to do, right? But that is another game of football where the substitutions were far too late. After our dominant first 15-20 minutes of that second half, we just slowly peaked out and Aberdeen were slowly growing into the game. That's when you make the subs. When we just start to dim, that's when we do it. Unfortunately we didn't, and it came back and bit us in the arse once again. But there we are. You've heard my opinion, my rambling, frustration, devastation of Aberdeen 1, Rangers 0. If you haven't done so already, please let me know what you think in the comments section below. I'm very, very interested. If you don't mind smashing the like button as well, that would be greatly appreciated, because as you can imagine, this video is going to get a lot of hate. So yeah, that would be amazing if you could show the support. Normally we jump over and do like the little sponsor breaks and have fun, but not today. And also, there's going to be no poll in today's video, because we lost, and I can't be arsed. So, I've just decided to open up to give everyone their voice on Twitter to get their thoughts out. First one I can read comes from Ben, RFC2. Not good enough, simple, poor game going forward, and once again we concede from a set play. Gerrard has to take the full blame for this one, and I'm sure he will learn, but it's going to take time. The set piece situation needs addressed, and we must win and react on Wednesday. Mark Menzies says, pish, fucking hate Hampden, lose every fucking time we go there. How can Gerrard say 1 week that Sadiq needs to improve shit, then throw him into a semi-effing final? Neil Burt says, utter dog shit. Read that one out. Just did. Colin at Draven Z said, I'm sorry, I don't think I can trust myself to keep this YouTube friendly. ... Fuck Sadiq, lanky, worthless streak of pish. Callum Stewart says, subbed off 2 of our best players and kept Sadiq on. Ewan McKenzie said, absolutely shite. If that big fucking Diddy ever plays again, then I don't know anymore. Fayez Akram just puts a gif of Rhino having a massive shit. Adam Willanese says, fucking useless. Why bring off our 2 best players and leave Sadiq on the park? Tavernier was fucking useless the day as well. Willie says, read mine out. Get Sadiq to fuck. He's a big wankstain. And the last one I'm actually going to read it comes from Ian Drenna. Says, subs too late. Sadiq blew his shot at ever playing in front of us again. Hard to break a team down who set up for 90 minutes defending. 1 lapse in concentration by Ajaya cost a goal. So there you are. You've heard the people's opinion. They are absolutely furious. You've heard my rambling anger towards the performance as well. I'll be CJ Novo 92. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye.